The greater Boston housing market feels consistently competitive. Why is that? The first is housing starts and inventory. The greater Boston area added 17,000 housing units in 2021, but that isn't nearly enough. The second is historically low interest rates that lasted for multiple years. Now 99% of homeowners have rates that are below today's rate, and they're hanging on to those rates for dear life, and they're not listing their home anytime soon. The third reason that this market is so competitive is the number of in-person jobs and incredible organizations that are employing people. You have first-rate colleges, world-class hospitals, biotech, pharma, legal, and finance, venture capital, and beyond. All of these organizations and companies employ folks in the greater Boston area, and many of them require in-person work, making housing close to the city center still very, very valuable and competitive to purchase. The fourth reason that makes this market so competitive are rental prices. In 2022, the average rent in Boston was $2,700 a month. That represents a nearly 7% year-over-year jump. Additionally, the vacancy rate for apartments in Boston was 0.5%. A 0.5% of the apartments in Boston were vacant. This is a really strong rental market, and as prices increase and it's difficult to rent homes, it forces people into the buying market and makes them want to purchase their own home and get out of renting. Finally, people want to live in Greater Boston because of the schools. Greater Boston has some of the best public and private schools in the world, full stop. People often ask, when are prices going to come down? When is the market going to be less competitive? No one really knows, but I can tell you that the demand is steady, with people moving to Boston, relocating, starting new jobs, and starting families here. All of these things combined result in a very robust job economy and in a competitive housing market.